It all started in heaven billions of years ago. Angels were already living in the kingdom of heaven before God created humanity. God the Father entrusted leadership to Lucifer, an attractive and perfect angel. But Lucifer was still unsatisfied and tried to challenge God the Father's power. Lucifer persuaded a third of the angels to strike against God the Father. You can see in the scene the crowds of angels gathering together. In the upper part, Lucifer is shining. Because he is the one who brings the light of the kingdom of heaven, slightly sideways, the beauty of the shape of his face can still be seen. He speaks before another angel. Because of his appearance, he persuaded many angels to rebel in the kingdom of heaven. On the other hand, a divine voice echoed through the palace, calling out, "Michael, Michael, Michael." The voice is raspy and may be difficult to understand, emanating from a great fire within the palace. This call was answered by many angels, unlike the chaotic first group. These angels were orderly, resembling a regiment of soldiers preparing for a fierce war. Clad in armor and armed from head to toe, they stood ready for battle. The fleet of shining angels entered a vast palace with towering pillars and a pristine white atmosphere. They halted before a smoldering fire, kneeling on one knee in reverence. Their leader, Michael the Archangel, stood at the forefront, his powerful physique resembling Lucifer's. With fists clenched and held close to their chests, all the angels followed, kneeling in unison. A moment of silence ensued as they bowed their heads, awaiting instruction from God the Father. The mysterious voice from the fire spoke again, raspy and unintelligible to human hearing yet perfectly understood by the bowing angels. The war in heaven has begun. More and more angels have participated in the war. They won the battle under the leadership of Michael, who represents God the Father. They defeated the rebel angels, including Lucifer. As punishment, the defeated angels are exiled to Earth. As they travel to Earth, their forms change. Their wings fall off, and new wings grow that look like bat wings. Some have scales and red eyes. While some grow nails and develop mutations, they have settled in the land. In the Garden of Eden, God created man, first Adam, and from Adam's rib, Eve was created. They lived in the Garden of Eden. God told them they could eat the fruit that gives life, but the fruit that gives knowledge of good and evil was forbidden for them to eat. A serpent tempted them. That serpent is believed to be Lucifer, better known as Satan. They were encouraged to eat the fruit of knowledge. Eve first gave in to temptation, Adam followed, and Eve gave him the fruit. At first, they were not ashamed of themselves, but after eating the fruit, they learned to be embarrassed. They have realized that revealing one's naked body is shameful. That is why they searched for some leaves to cover their bodies. When God found out what they had done, he became highly displeased. As a result, they were exiled from the Garden of Eden. God was also furious with the serpent who tempted the two. The serpent was believed to be Satan. When God created all the animals on the earth on the sixth day, some of them were walking, and some of them were crawling. Which probably included the snake among the creeping animals. There is no mention of animals being able to speak. As the animal that was a snake that spoke to Eve was speaking, it may not have been the snake that was one of God's creations. Satan took the form of a snake to enter the Garden of Eden. Satan chose, of all the animals that were created, the snake to imitate because of its mobility, which was crawling. In this form, he will not realize that he is Satan and will be able to pass through the narrow passages toward the Garden of Eden. The paradise of Eden that God created was just for Adam and Eve. To put the Garden of Eden into perspective, it is a place without equal beauty, with many trees, plants, flowers, and other animals. It is a place rich in food that gives life and a river that dispenses clear water to drink. Not much was written about the Garden of Eden when God cast Adam and Eve out. Perhaps the Garden of Eden was a portal to the kingdom of God. Satan, who was cunning, could enter the paradise of Eden in the form of a snake. It can be seen that the snake hastened out of paradise. Before he went out, he secretly took the fruit that Adam and Eve had bitten and took it as they slithered away. It crawled between the trees, changing the area it was passing through. It was able to bypass the narrow channels. And it has managed to get out of paradise. Getting out of paradise, he has changed form. They saw him sideways. It can be seen that he split the fruit bitten by Adam and Eve. He threw one and held the other part. He was also smiling and walking away. Maybe he divided the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil to take only the evil part.